Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sonic Adventure on the SEGA Dreamcast. I am One Wild Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be tackling the Hot Shelter Zone as our favourite character, well, not favourite character, but as the almighty Amy Rosie the Rascal. I always found it quite weird how she kept changing her name around the time period just before Sonic Adventure came out. It's weird, like first she was Sally Acorn in Europe and America. Then she became Amy Rosie the Rascal, and now she's just flat out Amy Rose. I don't know, that's always bugged me a little bit. But anyway, Hot Shelter is a zone we're going to be visiting quite a bit as the final three characters of the game. The first three characters of the game never actually visited this place, which is kind of neat. And honestly, in terms of aesthetics and in terms of soundtrack, it is definitely one of my favourite levels in the game. Maybe not so much in terms of level design, but in terms of everything else, it is definitely one of my favorite. And the only reason I'm kind of iffy about the level design is just the gameplay style of basically the gameplay styles that we're going to be in to go through these stages, basically, you know, folks. Like, we have Amy's gameplay style back here, then we have Big's, and does Gamma go through the stage? I can't recall off the top of my head. I think he does, but Gamma's version of this zone is completely different from the other two, so either way, we got the big gimmick of this zone as Amy is we're going to have to come across all of these doors with locked switches, and to gain access to each of these doorways we're going to need to grab onto them by pressing the action button and twirling either to the left or the right in the right moments to open up the doorway and unlock it. It's a very simple mechanic, and it can be kind of stress-inducing if you're, say, I don't know, a 10-year-old who is terrified because there's a giant killer robot chasing you. I don't know. Basically, you can have issues if you're young and an idiot at playing games, you know, folks. But, hey. This also gives me a good explanation as to why I love the egg carrier so much, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is a toilet, as you can tell. Now, Eggman has installed toilet facilities into the egg carrier, specifically for males and females to go and visit him, you know, folks. And I find that really, really strange, considering Eggman's always struck me as a sort of lonely solo guy, and it's a big reason why he's got his robots and stuff, but he's built facilities for both males and females to go into it. I don't know, I've always found this so amazing. It just really goes and delves into Eggman's character. Like, this is all good character development for Eggman, and it's not even him talking or anything. It's character development through seeing, and I love that, you know. Eggman has his face on everything. It's just, there's a big reason why I love Eggman as one of my favorite video game villains of all time. Like, when it comes to top video game villains, I always go to either Eggman or Dr. Nefarious, you know, folks. Those are the two I always go to as my favorite video game villains of all time. Eggman because he's so whimsical, and Dr. Nefarious because he's motherfucking Dr. Nefarious, son. And if you don't know who Dr. Nefarious is, then go check out Ratchet and Clank. It's good stuff, what can I say? Specifically Ratchet and Clank 3, that's where he first got introduced, but I digress indeed. Although this is quite an easy puzzle by here, you have to push all of these switches from time to time in order to move the gigantic cogs from the left to the right, so you know, just look out for switches and whatnot whenever you can in this zone, and you shouldn't have any trouble getting through it, what can I say? And of course, while Amy is a great deal slower than the other characters, you know, she is pretty maneuverable if you know how to make use of her hammer, because if you can make use of her hammer powers, all she's doing is really swinging it, but you get the gist. If you use the hammer properly, you can actually get some serious height as Amy Rose. You can actually gain some serious speed. And I don't know if this is true, but what I've noticed is whenever you jump as Amy, if you press the action button in the air, Amy will just do a normal swing attack. She'll just swing in the air, you know. I don't know how true this is, but I think you do gain extra momentum if you do this. I honestly don't know if you do. It could just be me thinking that you do, because I don't think the difference is that noticeable, but you know, I always find myself swinging constantly in the air anyway, because I just get that feeling that Amy's gonna move a great deal quicker as a result, you know. Hey, block puzzles! Oh my, these are easy as hell. Yeah, it's quite obvious what you need to do here. Just grab the block, take it to the right colored area, and Bob is your uncle. What can I tell you? And also, I think it's safe to say that Amy Rose's storyline is one of the shortest, if not the shortest story of the game. She only has 3 zones, ladies and gentlemen, to go through. I kid you not, she only goes through 3 zones, and the majority of her storyline is cutscenes. So, you know, if you don't like Amy's gameplay, you don't need to worry too much about it, because you still don't get much of it, you know, folks? Although one thing that kind of bugs me is, whenever I'm going upstairs, I've noticed this with a couple of characters, when you go up certain stairs, you speed up. What? Why? This makes no sense. I'm going up. It should slow me down, if anything, not speed me up. Oh my goodness. I don't mind. I mean, this is a Sonic game. More speed is good, but Jesus Christ, why do I speed up on the things that should slow me down? It's just weird. And it's only when going up certain stairs as well. Like, we just went up a staircase with Amy, and you could clearly see Amy accelerating ultra quick. I don't know, that just bugs me. It always has bugged me. I never understood it. But, oh gee, block puzzles. Now, one thing that's kind of neat about this area is, Zero, we can actually despawn him by using that spring. And he will only pop back into the area when we get past a certain point. So, if you're having trouble grabbing all of these blocks for God knows what reason with Zero chasing you, you can just take the spring and he will despawn, and it'll make things a great deal easier for us, what can I tell you. Also, a good way to get full speed really quickly is to simply jump while you're moving forward, because Amy's speed increases a great deal when she jumps, so there is that, and with that, that is it for this zone. Alrighty then.
Huh? What's this place?
What's with that face? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now that you can tell, we've been chucked into the ancient Echidna tribe, and this is what I'm gonna say is a perfect example of a dick move. They spawn us in this area. We need to go backwards through the doorway that looks like it won't open anyway to get to the other area of this sequence. When I was a kid, this confused the ever-living crap out of me, and it drove me to damn near insanity trying to figure out where to go. Why do they spawn you in that area? Whine, whine, whine. But I digress.
You're the Chow. Don't be afraid. You're safe with me. Gee, what was that? I wonder if I'm dreaming. Oh my, I need to get out of this place!
Oh, I knew it was a bad time to take acid after getting kidnapped. Oh, woe is me, but my name is Amy Rose. It's a weird voice.
Where do you think you're going, Amy?
Eggman, no!
You can't get away this easily. service, sir. Dispose of these annoying pests. Give them all you got. Aye, aye, sir. Will comply. I've got better things to do.
Stop, Mr. Robot! Please stop!
Amy? That's one of Eggman's clunkers! Out of my way!
No! He helped me before by letting me escape. This robot is different. You don't need to hurt him, okay?
Amy! Okay, I guess I'll let him go then.
The A carrier's losing altitude.
We're fresh out of time! Take Amy and clear out, fast!
What about you?
I'll nail that Eggman! Can't let him escape!
I knew you would save me, Sonic. You're my hero. You okay? It's dangerous here. Don't pay attention to Eggman anymore. Free yourself. Come on.
Why are you helping me?
I said we'd be friends, and I'm returning your favor. Even this birdie wants you to be free. Eggman's not the kind of man you should work for. Amy, come on, let's get going. Until we meet again, Mr. Robot, take care of yourself. I wonder what Sonic is doing. He's always rescuing me, it seems. I should be more independent. You know, you sure surprised me by having a Chaos Emerald with you. No wonder they were after you, my feathered friend. Hey, a pendant! Wow!
Oh, wow!
So I'll help you find your family. Does Eggman have them captive now? I bet he does. So I'll help you find your family. I've come this far. I may as well go all the way. That robot said Dr. Eggman's base is in the Mystic Ruins. So what do you say we check it out?
I don't really have much of a choice, do I? Well, anyway, we get automatically warped to the Mystic Ruins, which I think is pretty damn convenient, and of course, as we all know, we need to go to Dr. Eggman's base yet again. However, I do want to go somewhere else first off. If you go to this boat area of the Mystic Ruins, there's also one of these in Station Square as well. You can actually take this very poorly crafted raft that can easily tumble over from a simple wave to go to the egg carrier that has been beached. Well, not so much beached, oceaned Is that a verb? Oceaned? Ocean. Well, basically, it's stuck in the ocean now, ladies and gentlemen, and we can now explore the egg carrier at our own leisure. And basically, if you remember that whack-a-mole mini-game that we have accomplished in the past, why is this taking so long? There we go. Well, we're gonna go back and deal with that again, because if we can beat our own high score this time around and actually get a much higher score on the Hedgehog Hammer minigame, that's what it's actually called. It's called Hedgehog Hammer. Then we will actually get a magnificent new power-up that is completely optional, and you will probably almost always miss it on a playthrough unless you knew specifically to come here and get it another time. Whew. That was a lot of explanation. But yeah, this can be kind of tricky to do, you know, folks. That's why I said try and keep your high score quite low after you beat Eggman's score, because of you need to not only beat your high score, but you need to beat your high score and beat another second high score that they have. So basically, you need to get a lot of points, I do believe, or is it just your high score? I forget. Either try to aim for around 3,000 and eventually you get this brand new power. I always forget the exact requirements for it.
Here's the long hammer. Your attack radius is now increased. Try the spin hammer attack.
Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. We now have the ability to hit things from slightly further away. Not very much further, but slightly further away. And this is what happens if you use the spin hammer attack for too long. Amy gets all drunk and dizzy, and it's pretty neat, what can I tell you? Although we're not going to be really worrying about using a spin hammer attack ever, because a spin hammer attack is useless. It is 100% useless, you know, folks. Anyway, after doing a slight bit of editing, I figured I might as well cut to us going back to the forest, because we all know where to go at this point, you know. It's pointless showing needless backtracking, making this LP longer than it needs to be, you know, folks. And let's head on over to Dr. Eggman's base, you know, folks. I have to say, I do actually kind of like the color scheme for Amy's long hammer. It's quite neat. I like the mixture of green and... Is that purple? I think it's purple. Either way, I like the mixture of colors. It looks nice. What can I tell you? What can I tell you, indeed?
I don't remember this bridge. Looks dangerously suspicious. Wanna go?
I don't really have a choice, Amy. Why are you asking me these things? I mean, the bird is stuck to you at all times. I'm stuck to you at all times until your storyline is over. I mean, goddamn, you don't... Wanna go? I'm gonna go anyway, so you can do... but I digress. Anyway, that is it for this part, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And when we return next time, we will be tackling the end of Amy's storyline of the game. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't be sheepish, and I'll catch you all then. Bye!